Hello there. Welcome to class. I'm Miss Faust. Make sure that you have paper out. Oh, you do. Let me check. Ooh, it looks good. It looks good. You got paper out. You know that we're going to be taking notes today, huh? Okay, good. That's quite good of you. And a pen or pencil? Okay. Yes, the notes are up on the board right behind me along with the assignment, and we'll get to that shortly. So follow me. Yes, indeed. We are going to work on the parts of speech, and there are 8 parts. We will tackle 3 of them today. Just 3. I'm going to get my fingers right, okay? Now, parts of speech is very important. It is good to know what each word is. Is it an adjective? Is that word a verb? Is that a noun? Is that an interjection? It is good to know, especially if you have someone come to you and go, well, find in this sentence of 25 words, find the 4 adjectives. And now you're going, huh? What is an adjective? So yes, so here we go. We're going to tackle this concept of the parts of speech. We will focus on today the noun, the pronoun, and the verb. Yes, indeed, 3. And they're pretty easy ones. The first one especially. And believe it or not, on the last day, we will end with an easy one. We start with an easy one, and we end with an easy one. This is good. This is good. This is good. Are you excited? You are great. So let's get started. Okay, so if I ask you, what is the job of the noun? You are going to tell me what? Well, right here, names, and that's the verb, not a noun. Names, person, place, thing. And then you're going to say, that's it, Miss Faust. Wrong. Yes, we tend to teach, especially in lower levels, person, place, thing. Some people know it's object, but usually we say thing. But we have 2 other categories, namely idea and activity. So please remember, 5 categories go under the noun. So the noun names person, place, thing, idea, and activity. Okay, got it? Make sure you're writing this down. Here are examples. But first, let's tackle what's over here. Proper versus common. Those are 2 types of nouns, and believe it or not, there are more, but we're just going to focus on 2, especially in reference to person and place. Okay, you've got your proper and your common. Proper is your specific. Okay? It tends to be very specific. It tends to be in uppercase. Yes, indeed. So if I say Daniel, that's a proper noun. How do we know? The D. It's capitalized. And it's very, very specific, isn't it? We would know who we're talking about. We're talking about Daniel. That's why. Okay? We can tell it's a proper noun. Capitalized and all. We know the specific boy. We know it's Daniel. Common. Now this is your general. How do we know? Because it tends to be in lowercase. So if we say, oh, go see the boy. Well, that's great. It's general. There are 3 boys. I don't know which one. But if we say, go see Daniel, we're being very specific, aren't we? We're being very, shall we say, the proper. That's the category, proper. Whereas if we say boy, we're in the category of common. So keep that in mind. Okay, examples of person. Maxine, very much proper. Child, very much a common noun. Very general versus very specific. Could be Daniel, right? Could be student. Church member. Okay? And yes, those of you who are animal lovers, it could even be your cat. Because you might say, wait a minute, a cat's not a person. Miss Faust, that's an animal. Yeah, I know. We tend to think of a cat as an it, right? Yeah, well, and there are fables where the characters are animals and the cat is a person. So, yeah, it's categorized as a person in the fable. Yeah. So, yeah, you animal lovers, you can even put your cat under there. Okay. All right. Does that make sense? Could be Daniel, as we said before. It could be Mr. Jones. It could be Pastor Miller. Examples. Person. Here we go. Place. San Diego. Very much specific, so it's a proper noun, isn't it? Versus garden. Very much general, so it's a common noun. Parking lot versus Mars. Atlantic Ocean versus the beach. Kitchen. Classroom. Store versus Albertsons. Okay? We understand? Okay. Thing. Could be a book. Could be a heavy-duty notebook. Could be Miss Faust's marker. Could be Jason's suit. Okay? Could be my pencil. Container of wipes. Okay, again, thing. And if you notice, they tend to be common. Okay. Unless you're very lucky and you might be royalty and you have your own chair named after you. And forevermore, people can ask after your name and say, the Miss Faust royalty chair. I would like to purchase 2 of them. Yes, then you might have a proper, the specific. Yes, indeed. Otherwise, common nouns over there. Okay, here we go. Idea. Ideas tend to be in the mind. You can't touch them. Touching a table. I can't touch, like the board. I can't touch it. It's in the mind, but I can still talk about it. I can still write a 20-page essay. Or maybe a research paper. Okay? I can still describe it. It's how I see it. Freedom. War. Faith. Hope. Helplessness. Peace, as in war and peace. Friendship. Love. Hate. Okay? Things of that nature. Those are ideas. So if you ever have an assignment where someone says, I need you to figure out what each word, you look at each word and you figure out the part of speech of each. And you've got the word war. And you're going, well, it's not an adjective, it's not this, it's not this, it is. What is it? What are you left with? Yes, it's going to be a noun because it's an idea. It's an idea. Okay, now comes the fun one. Activity. Idea is understandable, isn't it? We just remember, we're not going to be able to touch it. Just like we can, with the garden, we can walk out there in the yard, the garden, the courtyard, and everything. We see the flowers, all that wonderful stuff. It doesn't work with friendship. It doesn't work with love. You just can't touch it. You can't touch freedom. Okay. Now, activity. People always tell me, Miss Faust, those are verbs. Because you're doing something. No, you're not. Hunting. Does it say I was hunting yesterday? Does it say they were drawing pictures? No. Yes, these are activities. Hunting, drawing, fishing, gardening, swimming, playing basketball. Those are all activities. Good example. Drawing is a challenge. For some of us, drawing is definitely a challenge. This is an activity. How do we know? Here, Ms. Foss will tell you. Because we're talking about it. I didn't say they were drawing pictures. That's doing. We're talking about it. Hunting can be dangerous. I didn't say Jimmy was hunting deer. Okay? So keep that in mind. Yes, it tends to be in an ing form. So it's do versus talk about. Keep that difference in mind with your activity. Okay? So if you see something like this, you see drawing is a challenge, and someone says, figure out what each one of these is, you look at drawing and you go, that's an activity. We're talking about it. So it's your noun. Any questions? No? We're ready to move on? Yes. I'm so happy somebody invented the pronoun. Notice it replaces a noun. How would you love to describe your sister and you have no pronoun? Amber is my sister. Amber loves Amber's bedroom because Amber has 20,000 dolls in there. Amber loves to play with Amber's dolls. Amber is only 4 years old. And boy, Amber has all those dolls. Yes, Amber loves those dolls. Amber plays with them morning, noon, afternoon, night. With Amber's doll. Oh my gosh. People would go, oh! So we have these wonderful words, and this is just a short list. Just a few examples. But I want to circle this one. I. Please don't tell me I is a noun, because it's capitalized. Just don't tell me it's a proper noun. No, it's not. It's a pronoun. Instead, let's say I'm going to describe myself on a paper. So after, we make sure we understand that the paper's about Miss Faust, I'm going to keep saying I, right? Okay, let's think of it that way. Okay, so we have these examples. We, yes, I. And it's always capitalized, whether at the beginning, middle, or end. Always capitalized, please. I, it, ours, they, mine, anybody, everyone, each, all. Yes, whose, who, that, which, as in W-H-I-C-H, not the witch at Halloween time. Okay? Yes, they look like anything but pronouns, but they are pronouns, folks. They are. Yes, you can add to that. Our, their, T-H-E-I-R. It's, he, she, myself, me, herself. Those are all pronouns. And they replace that wonderful noun. So you don't have to keep saying Maxine, 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 Maxine. Or San Diego, San Diego, San Diego. Because San Diego turns into what? Yes, good job. It. Exactly. Questions. There are no questions? Fantastic. Fantastic. Just remember, noun names person, place, thing, idea, and activity. Pronoun replaces a noun. And I is definitely a pronoun. Okay, let's get down to the verb. All about action. That's all you need to remember, that one word. And we're not talking about past tense and present and simple future. Oh, no. We don't worry about that. I'm not going to have you worry about that, okay? We'll just make sure we understand. There are two types of verbs. Yes, one of them you're going to look at and say, what? There's no action. It still goes under the verb, the one category. Okay, action, two types. Yes, the first one's easy. It's all about doing. So if I ask you for the definition, please don't say doing. I'm looking for this. I am looking for action. Action. Camera. Action. All that? Okay. Two types. Doing. Like sleep and dance and talk. Yuck, 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 yuck. And la 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 la. Sing. And read. And write. Those are all type 1. Well, it could be type 2, depending how you reverse. But in here, okay, they're all doing. He sleeps every morning till noon. Okay? Second one is all about state of being. They are your to be verbs. Is, are, was, were. Notice there's no am, am. That one is out for this, for the verb section. Not in the two, it's just, okay, keep that in mind. So yes, state of being, you are just being. Example, she is tall. Can anybody is tall? No, you can't do that. You're just being. In other words, you're just being tall. She is smart. You're just being smart. You can't is smart it. And yet it's still considered a verb. But if I ask you which of the two categories, I should say types, which of the two, you'd have to tell me state of being. So remember, it's these four. Exclude am, am. It's just these four. That's all you have to remember for state of being. Is, are, and your past, was, were. Obviously, these two are your present tense. Are there questions? Nothing at all. Okay, I have one for you. Okay, so if I say, which one would it be? Is it doing or is it state of being? Here we go. They were happy. Were is what? Yes, state of being. Good job. What about they? What's they? Because it's replacing the noun. Or I should say nouns. And happy? Well, guess what? Let me check our agenda. Let me check. Ooh! Yes! Our next lesson. And you'll know what it is. Let me give you a hint. It's a descriptor. Okay? Anyway. Questions? Nothing? Okay, here's your assignment. Woo! Let's get ready for the assignment. Switch colors. I need you to do the font. Please make sure you write this down. You have a total of 3 sentences, so very easy. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. No. Miss Faust. Miss Faust, you made a mistake. Uh-oh. Hold on. I just realized something. Whoop. It's 4 sentences. It's so funny. Okay. Write a sentence with 2. Oh, it is 3. Oh my gosh. I thought it was, it's right. It is 3. I am so sorry. Wow. I changed it. I was going to have 2, and now I went 1. Okay. So, let's do this. Let's get this right. Oh, Miss Faust, you're funny. So, one of those days. Okay. Write a sentence. I changed it from write 2 sentences to a. Whoops. Woo. Okay. Write a sentence with 2 nouns. Okay. Look over here. A sentence with a pronoun. So that's sentence 2. That's your second sentence. And then a sentence with a state of being verb. So yes, you will have a total of 3 sentences. Of course, if you like to do 4, that's fine. Okay, do you understand the assignment? So I'm going to have a sentence where I see 2 nouns. I don't care how you want to do it. Proper, common, however you want to do it. ID activity, however you want to do it. But if you do activity, make sure you understand how to set it up. Okay, then a sentence where I focus on the pronoun. Does that make sense? Okay, and then finally, I need to see the state of being. You know what? We are going to add something to this. Underline. Underline. Whoop! One of those fantastic days. I want you to underline your nouns, your pronoun, and the state of being verb. Any questions? No? Okay. So if you do have questions, consult with me. And yes, it's 3 sentences, Ms. Faust. Otherwise, no questions. Make sure that when you're done, you underlined, you send it on off to me today. And I do hope you have a fantastic day. Yes, indeed. Until next class session, take care. Bye-bye.